Hello everyone, welcome back. We're here with some more Alone with You. It's been a little while, but that is okay. This game makes it literally impossible to get lost. So let's continue. Hello again. Could you, could you please see me in the court? I just want to ask you about something. Oh, what's this all about? Already starting off tense. Alright, Sam. What's going on? Is everything okay? Do you know what today is? Another day? It's okay, Cerulean. I wasn't really expecting you to. Today is my birthday. More accurately, my date of activation went today back in 2048 when you all arrived. That means I've been active for exactly 16 years. Oh, happy birthday! You little teen. Thank you so much, Cerulean. I really appreciate the sentiment. Normally, I would not mention such an arbitrary bit of information, but, well, I suppose that is now just the two of us. I felt the need to share this with you. I noticed how much happier the holograms seem to be after your evening meetings, because you and they shared information. So I thought I'd give it a try, I suppose you would say. In any case, you have 3 more areas you can visit today. Head to the shuttle bay when you're ready. Alright, Chief, we got it. So in the last one, we met up with Winnie again. We nearly died. But we've got plot armor, so we're not allowed to die. We kind of blew up. There was explosions and fireworks. If you didn't see it, you have to go back and see what happened. It was pretty crazy. I even got lost. But, as I said in the previous one, I'm going to go in the same order that I went through the first time. So, after we went to the comms relay, we're now going to head over to the caves. And then meet up with Jean later. It's been a while. I wonder how everyone is doing. How are you all? It's been a tiring year at that. It's been a tiring year, and it still is a tiring year. Good! You've reached the refinery. The crystals you saw in the mines are processed and refined here into usable energy. This facility was considered very dangerous when seismic activity began to compromise the colony. Unfortunately, that meant reduced energy production. We need to see if there's any processed energy stores that we can salvage for the escape ship. Let's see if the refinery is still operational. Indeed, let's see if it is. Alright, so just like before, we're in a completely different area, or part of the area. It sure is quiet in there. I'm not picking up much machine activity at all. Quiet, you say? The music is blaring in my ear, and it's very... well, it's very, what is the word? I don't know. Very draining. There! There's 3 doors should let you check on the various components of the refinery. But let's see. You won't be able to access that door until that dangerous steam has been shut off. Aw, man. Now we gotta actually go through the game. That's okay. So this requires a password, and that's locked. So I guess we have no choice but to go to the end of the room. Anything over here? Look at debris. That place has sustained a lot of damage. The debris in front of you is completely blocking the door to access the tubes. You won't be able to descend to the next floor that way. Oh, good to know. Good thing we have a ladder. Alright. Well, why don't we go explore over here? That's locked? Just kidding. What about over here? I'm picking up heavy particulates and traces of an explosion through your suit's filters. That corridor must be in ruins. Oh, I can see them. Look at this, what a mess. Oh no, what do we have here? Those are the charred remains of engineer Hana Pang, I'm afraid. The condition and position of the remains suggests she was killed by a blast. The destruction of that hallway is the likely candidate. It's possible she was inside the nearby chamber and was blasted out there. Are you okay? I'm not okay. Are any of us okay? It is perfectly acceptable to feel loss, confusion, and grief, even if you didn't spend much alongside with Miss Pang, or much time. I'm afraid this will likely not be our last unfortunate discovery, as we still have much work to do. Yeah, push our feelings aside so we can't go in that room. The control room door has been sealed and requires an alphanumeric passcode to open it. You should keep looking for clues. Right. I'll just swallow my pride and feelings. That's what it sounds like. This music sounds a little distorted. That's why it sounds so off. Yeah. Alright, so let's go up. This tube can go up or down. Which way would you like to go? Let's go up. Go up. Go up. Oh, it went down real fast. Underneath the rubble of that collapsed lie the remains of Project Control Supervisor Ren Nomura. Similar to Mr. Jager in the Agrodomes, Mr. Nomura wasn't killed by the debris. He lived for a short time afterward. You can tell? Your scan revealed scratches on the floor by a metal object. Apparently he wished to record a message. The markings on the floor are crude, but the message reads, Lumumba betrayed us. Aw, that's so tragic. The tube goes down. Yes, let's go down. Down, down, down. To the bottom of the sea. Does anyone know where that's from? Am I too old? We'll have to see. Alrighty. The explosion on the floor above you affected that area too. A seismic event must have exacerbated the damage, causing the sinkhole, not skin hole. That would be gross. Alright, the sub-T access room. What's in here? Nothing, except for a hatch. Let's go. The reception is really weak down there. I'm picking up something up ahead, very faintly. Is that a drone? Why, yes it is. That drone is an excavation model. If you can find replacement parts for it, you should be able to operate it. There is a serial number etched onto the drone's shell, 7623. Maybe that will be helpful. I have a feeling that it will. The excavation chamber. A thick pile of debris is blocking your path. You'll need to find a way to clear it. Well, got any ideas, Sam? Back up the hatch we go. This game gives you a lot of time to really think and absorb your surroundings. At least that's how I feel, in my opinion. There's just so much ruin, so much destruction and sadness and confusion. Gosh, all this hard work. Like, if you think about it, people who are engineers or anything, they're really amazing. You know, to come up with the type of metals and elements and everything to make, you know, doors, metal doors, these things work. You know, these pipes leading up to, you know, various places. It's really amazing, and they did all this work only for it to go to waste. So many potential lives and valuable lives. Alright, let's try the password. 7623. 7623. Oh, thank goodness, I thought I'd forgotten. Another one of these. Take drone parts. Those are parts from another drone that is no longer functioning. You can use these to repair the drone in the underground passage. This isn't everything you need, though you'll have to find another set to be able to repair the drone down there. Okay, I'll take them. What about you? Who are you? The scan reveals that to be the body of Safety Supervisor Bill Dupree. He appears to have died of chemical exposure. Likely he somehow carried himself to the control room. He would have been in terrible agony, I'm afraid. Oh, slow suffering. That's awful. I want to die, not dying. That terminal's local storage has been severely damaged, but I can still read external media such as data cards. Use command console. The readouts from that control room explain a lot. It looks like the reason so much of the facility is shut down is due to some kind of emergency. There were leaks, compromises in key systems, and a general state of disarray. The facility was shut down for safety reasons. That console will let you release the log to maintenance control on this floor. Maybe you'll find some way to get those chambers open there. Do you want to open the maintenance control door? Yes. We can't advance. Literally. So let's go. How tragic. Alright, you're open now. What's in here? Ah, more parts. Good find. Those internals can be used to repair the drone in the underground passage. You've got everything you need. You're ready to return to the underground passage now. I'll take those. Alrighty. Let's inspect this pipe. That flexible pipe is carrying byproducts and toxins away. It might be where the steam on the floor above you is coming from. If you pull the pipe out, it should allow you to access that chamber door. Are you going to do it? Yes. With my mind. Alright, well, let's go back to the 3rd floor and do the thing. Down. Let's go fix that drone. Lower service corridor. These missions, I think they take a fair amount of time. Not too long and not too short. They can take long if you take the time to observe your surroundings and scan everything. Or you can do a speed run through, write down all the passwords and just do a thing. Make it really fast. You should have the parts you need now. Are you going to attempt to fix the drone and reactivate it? Of course. Ooh. Whoa. Cerulean, the signal is faint and I registered a large explosion. Are you alright down there? All good, Captain. That's a relief to hear. Your suit's sensors are all overloaded, and I feared the worst. In any case, I'm glad to see that you've been unaffected. It looks like that explosion you cleared out the path in front of you. Please do be careful down there. The faint signal is not reassuring, and I wouldn't want you to venture to where we couldn't communicate. There have been so many explosions in our face. Oh wow, this does not look pleasant. It looks like a sleeping area was set up here. Along the ground are ventilation cables and a micro generator. You know what this almost reminded me of? It almost gave me a little bit of a heart attack. But have any of you ever heard of a game called Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass? I thought something gross was gonna go down, and it was not going to be good for anyone. Oh, who are you? Those maintenance tools have been heavily modified. They're portable tools for reading and regulating the processing chambers in the refinery. Someone was keeping offline records on those instead of using the facility's network readings. I wonder who that someone was. Those are scraps of handwritten notes by Mr. Lumumba, snippets of a formulae. what if scenarios and the on-the-fly adjustments. Was Mr. Lamamba really tampering with the refinery? Why would he do such a thing? Thanks to him, we cannot extract any useful energy from there. This is most troubling. Yeah. That data card looks to be in good shape. You can use it in the terminal to read its contents. Alright, I'll take it. Anything else in here? Nope. Well, now that we cleared that steam upstairs, let's go back and see what we can do. Explore. Back with the weird, often distorted music. Though, you know, the creepiness aside, the music in this game is very nice. It's very peaceful. It's not too much. It's not overwhelming. But it's enough for you to feel something. Gives you a slight sense of dread. Not something that, you know, you would listen to, you know, on the road or anything. Or, you know, at a dance club. But just kind of like, you know, fitting for a game like this. That's still locked. And the separation chamber. Oh no, it's a complete mess in there. What do you mean? You look like you could be a final boss for a game. That huge machine uses complicated nanobots and chemical solutions to remove dirt and impurities from the mined crystal shards. From here, the pure crystals get transferred to the conversion chamber, but that chamber is a mess and the separator looks completely inoperable. That's bad news. Without all of these chambers functioning, we can't process new energy for the escape ship. We'll have to see what kind of condition the conversion chamber is in. Oh, well, not good. Alright, well... Conversion chamber password. Do you want to try and enter it? Let's do it. Now forgive me, I can't remember where we find this password. Maybe we came across it and I just didn't really see it or mention it, or may have forgotten to. But the password to this is filter. Filter? Oh, this doesn't look promising. Oh. Don't be sad, Sam. The crystals that are fed into the conversion chamber are cracked at a molecular level and turned into microscopic pieces. Think of it like a melting process, except the crystals don't melt. They get converted into millions of tiny particles, like an extremely fine sand. This makes them light and soluble in a transport solution, so they can act as fuel. The results from here move on to the treatment chamber. Just like in the separation chamber, this machinery has been heavily damaged. We don't have the time or ability to repair it like this. Yikes. That's bad news. I don't have high hopes for this. That's negative talk, Sam. We should always be positive. Easier said than done. This final chamber takes the particles from the separation chamber, combines them with transport solution, and then removes harmful byproducts. The result is the final energy fuel that's used to power the colony, in a form that's easy to transport and reasonably safe. But in this condition, the chamber won't help us at all. Entire components of the machinery have been removed or damaged. Poor Bill Dupree must have been in this room when it went off. To think that he managed to make it down to the control room in his condition. Well, I'm afraid we've wasted our time. There is no hope of extracting any useful energy from the refinery for this escape ship. What's more curious is the planet's seismic activity wasn't completely to blame. It appears the facility was seriously tampered with. In any case, there's nothing more we can accomplish today. When you're ready, return to the surface and let's get you home. Aw. Our little adventure was all for naught. I had to sit here and endure this awful music for nothing. That's really awful. Dying feeling like you've been betrayed. What a waste. What happened in there? I dare say I think you should ask Mr. Lumumba tonight about this. We're in quite a position now. Yeah, don't worry, we'll talk to him. Let's go home. Alright, well, one of the things that I wanted to talk about the simulations that I find very fascinating is that while they can project, amazing environments and everything, I think it lacks, simulation of the five senses. Well, you're back again. Come see me when you're ready to sync up as usual. Meaning as in when we were talking with Winnie, we saw the Northern Lights, and I think that was a beautiful simulation. However, I would like to actually feel the cold so I can bundle myself up and make myself feel comfortable. Because I hate the cold, but I love to be bundled up. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to stand out in a blizzard like they were, so I guess it makes sense that, they weren't feeling the cold then. But it just makes me wonder, would a simulation even be worth it for me? I don't know, that's just a me thing. Let's sync up our useless data. Okay, I've got everything synced from today. Have fun tonight. Have fun? Sam, it sounds like you didn't have a very good birthday. This must be the worst birthday ever. A failed mission, and an explosion that nearly took out my face. Alright, well, what a day. Happy birthday, Sam. Wow, even our avatar is upset. Did you see the way they slammed the helmet on the desk? It's time, Cerulean. You know what to do. I'm sure you'll have fun. What about you, Sam? I think you need a vacation. I really wish Sam had a avatar. It'd be just really neat. Alright, to the command hallway. Alright, Jean. Let's have a discussion. We need to talk. Hey there. I was just running some fuel simulations with the current escape ship. You're going to need too much fuel. I'm trying to tighten that up. I heard you went to the refinery today. How was that? It was pretty bad. It was disappointing to say the least. Damn. So the refinery is no longer optional, eh? That's a shame. We really could have used a better supply of processed crystals. Before, we were researching improved methods of processing the crystals into fuel. There was always a problem with mortality and safety. Just when we thought we had a new, better source, we discovered some danger with extraction, or transport, and we'd be back at square one. I don't know what the real Jean was doing, but I hope you find some answers in that refinery. Did you find out anything else? Bodies. Oh, that's terrible. I don't remember that far, to be perfectly honest. I don't remember what happened there at all. You know, Pierre and I sent a few messages back and forth at the beginning. I don't know if we continued to do so. He would have reports all the time about people that died, how our numbers were always getting smaller. Just thinking about that, even now, really gets to me. And now you're all that's left. So to see that, I guess I don't know how you do it. How do you find the strength to keep going? What else did you find in the refinery? It was a mess. A hot mess. A ruined facility and more casualties? These missions of yours are bringing worse and worse news. Damn, if the place was destroyed like that, no wonder you weren't able to use the refinery at all. I'm surprised you were able to explore as much as you did. Back in Colony B, before I left Pierre and the others to return to the caves, things got bad. The compromised structures affected our safety, health, everything. If the other colonists were exposed to waste materials from the refining process, or there was an explosion, that could have caused a lot of what you saw. How terrible. All those good mines to waste, and all that equipment we could have used. What else did you find in the refinery? Friend's message. Oh? What kind of message? Wait. You said Nomura wrote that? That you found it by his body? No. No. That can't be. That doesn't make any sense. Why would he think that that the other Gene... Why would he think he betrayed him? That's just not possible. Look, I may be incomplete, but I still am Gene, and I swear to you, I would never betray my staff or my colleagues. Listen, I know what you must think. I don't know what the other Gene did, but I'm sure it was in the best interest of the people around him, because that's what I would do. I must have been trying to solve our problem. I must have been desperate. But I know I would have done it for the right reasons. You believe me, don't you? Well, yeah. I knew you would. You understand these things. Being in this position, it's so difficult to keep going, you know? Listen, I don't want you to doubt me, so let's talk. Honestly, ask me about anything, and I'll be completely truthful with you. What about your staff? Yeah, of course. Let me tell you about the people I worked with. Listen, I won't lie and say there wasn't conflict between any of us. The stress of keeping the facilities running sometimes took its toll. But those people were there because they were the best. I handpicked every single one of them. Ren, Bill, all of them. I don't know what happened out there to the real me, but I know I wouldn't hurt anybody knowingly. We were actually one of the closer working groups too. We'd always celebrate people's birthdays in the research century. I remember that. But maybe I didn't pay enough attention to the staff at the refinery. That crew seemed tougher. Perhaps I misjudged them. Okay, see? I'm being honest as I can. What else do you want to know? Okay, well, what about you? You want to know more about me? Alright, I'll tell you something I've never told anyone. That face. When we first arrived, it took a while for everyone to settle in and adjust. Most of my staff handled the move very well, which made things easier. But I didn't. Not at all. I was always the exploring type, and I was caught off guard by how stifling it could be to live in a colony like this despite our preparation. So I worked a lot. Physically, I mean. More than I should have, than I was supposed to. But it kept me busy and tired, which gave me less time to panic or feel trapped. I broke my leg once, trying to sort out a situation with some of the mining drones. I had to be taken to the Colony B medical bay, but none of my staff knew. In fact, nobody did. I asked the medical staff to suppress the records from people like Pierre. I guess I was embarrassed. Or ashamed. I'm sorry about that. Don't be. I just wanted you to know that I trust you with something like this. Literally, no one else knew, but I thought it was important. Okay, see? I'm being honest. You know, it still baffles me how you hid a broken leg from everyone. You know. I see. You want to know about Pierre and me? Sure. I promise. I'll be completely honest. The director and I consulted each other on all things. He put up a good front. He really had to, but he confided in me his worries about how the project was going. He was this genius visionary, but in many ways he wasn't suited to lead everyone. It's not that he didn't care, but he was just preoccupied with all the details of the facilities. We grew very close over the years. I guess I was one of the few who he felt he could relate to. Whatever the reason, we spent a lot of time together. And then, after the Rift event started all this, we didn't agree on as much as before. I won't go into the details, but we had a big falling out. I went off to the caves to try to salvage the situation, and well, to be honest, I don't know what happened. I guess that's partly why we're here. Well, I hate to say it, but I think we're running out of time again. It's probably best that we wrap this up. We still have so much to do. I know. I hope you understand how honest I've been with you, and I hope you'll come back soon. I know that together we can figure this all out. Listen, when you're out there, look around for me, okay? I want to know what happened to the people I work with. I want the whole story. Be careful out there, Cerulean. I'm rooting for you. We all are. We're all rooting for you. Alright, well, with another mission wrapped up, that wraps this up too. So let's head back to bed, and we'll continue tomorrow. Or, tomorrow in the game. Another day for the video. So, as usual, thank you for watching. I appreciate anyone who takes the time to even listen to this. But yes, thank you for watching, and I will see you later.